He who wishes to be rich in a day will be hanged in a year. Leonardo da Vinci. My friends, Da Vinci is right. You're gonna have to do the work. How long will it take? I can't tell you. Some get it quicker than others, but don't worry. Enjoy it and realize that when you master the charts, you will make up for all the time you ever spent. So enjoy the trip along the way. I love this. I come to you every day. I do this for free each and every day. And I tell you guys, I'm the one who gets the biggest benefit. You know what that is? Makes me a better trader. I am literally looking at this every day, then explaining it, which drills into my head over and over and over again what it is I'm teaching and the rules we have set forth, and holds me to them. And I tell you, I'm the beneficiary. People say, Thom, why do you do this? And I say, because it reaps benefits that the average person cannot imagine. So let's jump into these charts, and thank you for tuning in. Stocks are mixed today. Bonds are up. Gold and Bitcoin down. Now, what we see happening, even though the S&P is only up 0.15% for the day, okay, just barely up, almost flat. Why in the world do we have a decent sized green candle? Well, for those of you who pay attention to Heikin Ashi candlesticks, remember the low is the low for the day. The high is the highest for the day. Well, in this case, it's one day, but it's a weekly candle, but it is for the day. It'll be the week as we go along. That's the way Heikin Ashi can. So the highest high is the high of the Heikin Ashi candlestick. The lowest low is the low. Now, the opening on the Heikin Ashi candlestick, and remember, the opening's on the top on a red one, it's on the bottom on a green one. It is the previous open, previous close divided by 2. Look what we had before. We had what? A doji. So it's right there at where things were before. The high and the low, the open and the close, virtually the same, and divided by 2. So it puts us right there. Now, what is the close? It is the high open, low close divided by 4. See, this is the magic of the Heikin Ashi, because it really does let you see all of the volatility. The high open, low close divided by 4, that is always the close of a Heikin Ashi. So it ends up, Heikin Ashi means average pace, or that's the way it's translated. And that is what it's showing you, the average pace of where we are. So even though the market is only up 0.15% for the day, we have a decent green up candle again, ending where? About where we have topped off previously. Now, lots of indecision last week, indecision the week before, 2 green toppers those prior weeks. Now we're going back on 4 weeks, going into 5 weeks where the market had topped out. Now it's trying to move back up there. Look at the volume. Well, we look at the volume here and we see that is the Friday, Monday, and we didn't even get average volume there. Look at Monday, below average. We've been below average volume since Thursday afternoon. That's the last time we hit average volume. So Friday and Monday, very low volume, even though we see, so there's nothing substantiating that pickup at this point. So let's continue to keep an eye on things. We're not into any of these trades. Why are we not? Because we don't have any volume helping us see anything here. We are waiting for this market to decide and determine what it's going to do. Is it going to push up higher? I sort of doubt that. It could take off. It is an election year. You know, you could see the Fed do what? Lower interest rates, and boom, we're off to the races again. And again, don't think there's not pressure on them to do everything they can do to make the current administration look good. It would be the same if the Republicans were in charge. The party in charge wants the economy to keep rolling through what? Election day. After that, the gloves are off. Who knows what happens? But in the meantime, they may very well keep it up. Am I trusting anything from anyone? No. There is downward pressure potentially there, and this could be a hard ceiling. I don't know. We'll keep our eye on things, keep our powder dry. What about the NASDAQ 100? A green up candle here, even though it's down 0.44%, almost 0.5%. Again, why? Well, you can see there's not a lot of volume on the 2-day, not a lot of volume on the half-day. And again, things down for the day. However, it's the Heikin Ashi, right? It's the high open, low close divided by 4 as compared to the previous open and the previous close divided by 2. So again, with that upward movement throughout the course of the day and then things moving back down, it gave it enough to be able to show us a green candle. Now that does show us that there is some impetus in the market without any volume to knock the price up in the summertime trading zone. Okay, all right, we're coming out of that into the fall-winter trading zone. But again, with the Fed out there, the things that may or may not happen, just hang on, let's wait, let's watch, let's see how things develop. We're not in either one of those trades right now. What about 20-year U.S. government bonds? They are pushing up on this high. You can see that the wick has gone through it. The candle is sitting right there on it, up 0.92% for the day. We look at the 2-day. Again, not a lot of volume there, not a lot of volume on the weekly, not a lot of volume on the half-day. It is pushing through that ceiling. We'll see where things continue to go. Again, we're ambivalent about all these charts. Why? Because we don't have any impetus to help us do it and stay in. Gold actually down for the day, 0.01%, so 1/100th of a percent. You can see where gold's about where it was on Friday as things pushed up on the wick. Now we have the candle pushing up above this prior high as gold, again, not higher for the day, but opening that Heikin Ashi candlestick up because of the way that it's calculated. So we are paying close attention. We do have decent volume on the 2-day. And of course, that is primarily from Friday morning and afternoon and Monday morning, and then things dropping off Monday afternoon on gold. Although we didn't have any kind of turnaround catalyst for us with volume that would take us to the next level. What about Bitcoin? We told you at the end of last week all of the downward pressure on Bitcoin, even though we had seen Bitcoin track up. We tracked up for 2 days, then down in the morning on Wednesday, then tracked up for 2.5 days up through Friday afternoon, but then rolling over 3.02% on Monday. Not a lot of volume there. Decent volume on the 2-day chart. Again, with all that movement up, but then tearing that out on Monday. And then, of course, how are we starting the week off? Hardly with anything that you can even recognize. It is a very small green spinning top or green doji. Minuscule, tiny. So we will keep our eye on Bitcoin. Again, still lots of downward pressure there. Hoping Bitcoin will reestablish itself, give us some good tracking down movements, reset nicely, then give us a beautiful green spinning top after decent volume on a down move, and then a rotation over green spinning top with decent volume. So we can jump in and ride it up when it takes off again. That is where we are, folks, for a Monday. Sort of just, again, a lackadaisical kind of start to the week. And of course, why? Well, it's because of the time frame that we're in, both in seasons and the fact that we have an election looming in November. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.